Hi everyone, this is Priscilla. I wanted to share a mini album I created. This one is an acrylic album from clearscraps.com. I decided to try and play with them a little bit. I love them. They are so much fun. I had a blast making this. There is a challenge though with these. You have to really think ahead before you plan your pages because they are all see-through, so if you make a boo-boo, you can definitely see it. In this album, I did make a boo-boo, but thankfully I was able to cover it so it's no longer seen. So I will stop talking about creating it and actually show you what I did. So I picked up this trim that's along the top. Now it kind of sits up, but it keeps on falling down, so there we go. I picked this trim up from the Scrapbook Expo last year. This trim that's dangling down, this is from Hobby Lobby. This is a Recollections flower. This bird is from the paper line. The paper line is Flora and Fauna, and I just glossy accent the bird. This is a Stampin' Up! Punch, a Stampin' Up! Die. This one is it's basically like the Nestabilities, but Stampin' Up! Version. This is a flower, sorry, I'm out of breath right now. This is a flower that I created with my Blossom Sponge from Stampin' Up! These are some of the Sizzlets from Stampin' Up! And this one's just the leaf one. And every page I use some of the StazOn, the white, and I just outlined it so you can see the different pages as you go through. On this page, this is the the K&Co little sticker decor, and I just stuck that on there. And I put a feather in the back of it, so I just glued it down. This is also from k&co, and these match all the paper lines. And this is another Stampin' Up! Punch that I used. Alright, and then the next page is a Martha Stewart punch. This is the embroidery punch. This is a flower from, let me push it back a little bit. This is an I Am Roses with Recollections in the background. And then the very last one is a Stampin' Up! Punch. I used some Stampin' Up! Stamps to stamp out and the white StazOn. This is another bird that I cut out from the paper line. And I added some Flower Soft to give it some of a fuzzy feeling. Let me bring it closer, see if you can see that. There we go. See it? I think that's so cool looking. And then the green embellishments are from Jolie's. Okay. And then the next page, I just cut out a bird and stuck a feather behind the bird again. I used some more Stampin' Up! Stamps. And then you can see the Martha Stewart embroidery right through it because it is see-through. This is another homemade flower that I made. And what I did was, this is a Recollection white flower. And I stamped on it and then distressed it. I also used some flat back pearls on the top here and stuck those down. The next page is a Prima. I used some of their, they discontinued this. This was at Hobby Lobby. Some of their bling, and then it's got the cute little roses in it. I used some more of the Stampin' Up! Stamps. And then Stampin' Up! Punch, and this was part of the Creative Elements. It's just retired the other day, so I used that. And then this opens up, and it displays more room for photos. So I used one of their Stampin' Up's window frames and put it there. And then there's plenty of room for pictures. The next page. This one is more of the k&co's. And I just glued them in the center so they flap their wings, if you can see that. I'll do it there too. And then I did the stamping, and so you can kind of see it through the other side. And I used more of the k&co's decor to put on there. And these all match the paper line, which I love. This one has a little butterfly. The little butterfly keeps on falling off. I'm going to have to use some better glue on him. I used the punch again and created my own flower. Same thing with the Recollections in the background. This one is a beautiful stamp from Stampin' Up! That I stamped on here. Another Recollections flower. And as you can see, see-through, so that page is pretty much all see-through. And then I use the frosted from Recollection. These are like little dome jewels that you can put on there. I think they're so pretty. Alright, and this is the next page. And see, with the feather there, you can hide the butterfly, which I thought that was so cool. So the butterfly's hidden, and then you can see the stamp again, and then I used some of the Recollections washi tape and put it there for a little bit of an accent. Okay, and on this page, this is more of the washi tape. I put some there and some there. This, and this is a Recollection stamp that not Recollection, 7 Gypsies stamp that I used. I made another little flower here, and then once again I did a stamp. There's a bird here, and this bird I just glossy accented. And this is a pebble from Prima that I stuck on there. And across the bottom here, this is a Martha Stewart. It's like an arches punch. I just use that to help with the decoration. And then this is the last page. And I used a stamp that says, hopefully you can see it okay. It says, may your dreams be as bright as a flower. And I used some of the Stampin' Up! Little flower trim, the 5/8. And I thought that was so pretty. I did another homemade flower here and just added a little bit of feather. I used the Stampin' Up! Modern Labels punch and another one of the Prima's little pebbles. And this is another butterfly from the Elements. So that completes my little purse project that I got from Clear Scraps. I absolutely love this. I had so much fun, and I would suggest that maybe you can try it too if you have an acrylic album. They're really fun to work with, and hopefully I gave you some tips and ideas on making your own. Alright, and I am new to making videos, so hopefully as time goes on I'll get much better. If you could leave me some feedback, let me know if there's any things that you would like to see or maybe explain better or anything like that. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you're subscribed. Thank you. Bye.